The year 2014 started on a rather interesting note when in January, the district chief executive of Ahafo South, Gabriel Barima, was caught on tape walking out on a program when someone in the crowd is reported to have said "Tria" while he was still making his speech.
I don't know. Yes, sir. What is it? You don't get me. Who is your grandma? What do you mean by Tia? What do you mean by Tia? I will tell you. When you see somewhere and behave like you are talking to your co-equal, am I your co-equal? You are a hospital worker.
Interestingly, we are yet to find out who said Tria. The outbreak of the Ebola viral disease in Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Liberia, which killed thousands of people and wiped out families and virtually cut victims off, shook the world.
We're going to create an air bridge to get health workers and medical supplies into West Africa faster. We're going to establish a staging area in Senegal to help distribute personnel and aid on the ground more quickly. We are going to create a new training site to train thousands of health workers so they can effectively and safely care for more patients. Meanwhile, our scientists continue their urgent research in the hope of finding new treatments and perhaps vaccines.
Ghana was spared the agony as over 100 suspected cases recorded all proved negative. The anxiety and fear of contracting the virus, however, brought about a lot of sensitization on the practice of good hygiene, which in turn increased the use of sanitizers and less consumption of bushmeat, nearly collapsing the bushmeat business.
And then 3 days will be better now, or better Diano, or see Mama Cranty and Nunia say, won't say the Abba. I say, Dumano, as when you know, Cresse, a Crantiano, Yaria womb, see Ukia Pontibaco, Sradia be in the prayer, you wema, and no more Maya Yaria. Is I want a panier, your man a drew, any perfect drone upon Chia, Cocons Waffle. Where should you own Ramu? Or Yaria or no Mahaba or Betty and Hoberton? It's the Omoke Candy and Yanocre, a Juman almost say a Juma.
An unfortunate incident which ran concurrently with the Ebola scare was a fatal cholera outbreak. 17,000 cases were recorded with 150 deaths as of October, with poor waste management and sanitation as the major cause. And then there was the barrage of demonstrations, from that of organized labor, championed by the Trades Union Congress over harsh economic conditions and poor living standards, to that of student nurses, that of the Alliance for Accountable Governance, AFAG, and Occupy Ghana.
Situation.
It was followed by a series of strikes by Clocksag, POTAG, NAGRAT, and other labor unions over their Tier 2 pension funds. Perhaps the most recurrent incident throughout the year was the erratic power supply, popularly christened Dumso. This brought many businesses to its knees and caused a lot of discomfort for some residents who had to throw out lots of foodstuff, lost their appliances, with some compelled to sleep outside due to the unbearable heat in their rooms.
Because of this Dumso, people are compelled to sleep outside, leaving their doors open. And if that continues, it gives a way to these armed robbers or thieves within the community to go into people's houses to steal. Because there is no light, they sneak into those houses and steal. You see, so I think the government must really do something about it.
This Dumso is really disturbing us. We can't even sleep in our own rooms. Why? So I think the appropriate authorities, they have to do something about it.
Many couldn't wait for the World Cup tournament to begin, and when it did, Ghanaians were hopeful of making a statement, if not bring the cup home. The cup did not come home, but the statement was well made, with the agitation over money by players, which led to the airlifting of $4 million to Brazil. Players caught on camera kissing the cash. The subsequent fights and dismissal of Sule Muntari and Kevin Prince Boateng from camp and Ghana's exit from the tournament all made Ghana the laughingstock of the world.
Hard, yet it's wet on top. Dempsey. Great start here. King Dempsey's going in! The US ahead!
And then there was the Bukum Banku and Aite Powers fight hype, which was postponed several times but finally came off in grand style, with Banku settling the prolonged score of who rules the ring.
Fight between Brahma Kamoko and Aite Powers. This is round 4. Brahma Kamoko in the black and white trunks and Aite Powers in the white, yellow, blue. And now Aite is in trouble now. He clinched.
The leaked sex tapes of songstress Tiffany on social media, allegedly by her ex-husband, gave people a lot to talk about and, of course, to feast their eyes on. The showstopper, however, was the trade of insults between TV presenter Ifya Schwarzenegger and Bishop Daniel Obinim. The Nayeli Ametepe 12.5-kilogram cocaine saga also dominated the headlines for a long time and may have had some respite when hip life musician Kwao Kessewaa got arrested for smoking marijuana in public. Kwao Kessewaa was on Tuesday granted bail. Ghanaians are still in shock and upset by former AIDS ambassador Joyce Jijomento's confession that she's never tested positive for HIV. While the Ghana AIDS Commission has countered her story, the truth is yet to be ascertained. What seems to be wrapping up the year 2014 is the alleged rape case of a 19-year-old by fashion icon Kwesi Dakwa, who will spend New Year in the custody of police. So those were some of the highlights of 2014.